out in the baby trying to get paid. Look what I made. Thousands of people are knowing as Jay. I never change. Can put myself back in the minimum wage. Gotta keep all in this crunch time. Eating these rappers is lunchtime. You the man only sometimes. End your career with a punchline. The industry told me it's the front lines. In the mind. Getting money in my bloodline. Talking on me mine. Keep with a real. Don't want to talk if it ain't about a deal. But it ain't for me real quick. Ain't gon' stop till my net worth millions. Going school, I drop down. HRE wanna drive with the top down. Get me on stage, I rock out. Every day money can't break, no timeouts. Change up quick, they sign up. Trying to hear my line now. Thinking I'm come find out one people.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Today we kick off the new year with an NFC North matchup, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the Chicago Bears. A new season of NFL football is here, and we're off in 2023 on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now a three-time 1,000-yard rusher, Joe Mixon. And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's second down.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Carr. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards for number 11.
Now you can exhale. The season is officially underway. Plenty of work done during the offseason, camp, and the preseason that led to that first throw of the year.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Mixing up the middle. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 41, here's a 2nd down and 6. Once again, they run with Mixon. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down. When they're lined up in the 46 defense like that, running is just going to be a slog.
Especially if you're trying to run it in the middle of the defense. So what you're hoping, get a stalemate against the 3 across the front. And can you get some one-on-one blocks that you can win on the perimeter? To me, that's the best place to carry the football.
Raider 9. Hey, Raider 2. That's it.
Now they'll throw with Carr. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 36. Give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. Certainly worth noting he's now 1 catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Inside handoff to Mixon. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Carr to throw. Oh, the ball comes out say it's incomplete.
Incomplete. Brings up third down and 4.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on third down. Carr. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers 16. Really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Our first red zone opportunity of the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. He will push his way down to about the 14. Cameron Curl with the tackle that time.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. This is 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Carr. Open man has got it, the tight end. And the Bears are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
1st and goal, a good chance for our first touchdown of the new season. Mixon will score. Touchdown, Chicago. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal. They've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Omaha, set.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And it's a fumble. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Ball carrier. Fumble on the play. Recovered by the offense.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. McCaffrey running up the middle. And a lane slow materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Throwing Jones. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And it'll leave them with 3rd and a full yard to go.
One down, only about 500 more to go this season. He would certainly welcome most of his passes this year going as well as that. Now that the first one is over, time to settle into a groove and begin the long journey towards Week 18 and hopefully the playoffs.
And the pressure gets to McCaffrey as they stop him short of the line to gain. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. So we got a few for 2023. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And it looks like one of the DBs has it, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And they'll let that play, the completed pass, stand as they decline the penalty.
So do you get the sense they like their defense?
Yeah, they wanted that next down to come up.
Yeah, they weren't worried about the yardage there at all. Just what you said. Let the downs trickle away.
Here we go, get set.
Now Jones. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a first down now, playing behind the sticks.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Back to throw. Jones. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
It's pretty early in the game, but they've already tried to establish him not just as a runner, but as a receiver as well. Didn't happen there, but I wouldn't be surprised at all to see them try again shortly.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a fourth down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Badgley able to knock this one through. Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg, and boom, over the crossbar.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate. Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
You're mine. That's it.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. A handoff to Mixon. Stays on his feet. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
One down.
2 yards to go, second down. Mixon on the toss right. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 52 yards rushing for him in his first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side.
And that is caught. Touchdown. Tyreek Hill, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Bears add 6 to their lead. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in Week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
On second down, McCaffrey. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Buried behind the line by Christian Wilkins. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Here's Hill on the return. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Carr's throw there completes to Mooney. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Mixon with a first down carry. Runs over. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 62 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
This offense in mid-season form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off, and the Packers are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw there complete to Myers. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him, and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
On first down, Jones. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Probably what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
To throw again on second down. Jones over the middle. He's got Myers. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver, that makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Now a 3rd down throw that misses the target, incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
Watch out for Hill on the return. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the 4th quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm about to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
A gain there of 30 big ones. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 5.
93.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Looking end zone for Jones. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
On 3rd down, Mixon. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 83 yards rushing here for Mixon. He's got a 1st down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
29. 29.
To throw his Carr. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Here's a give to Mixon. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
29. What's up?
To throw, it's Carr. Flushed out right. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Derek Carr, a 15-yard touchdown run. And the Bears are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Another try after the first down sack. Jones. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
Boy, a lot of moving parts on this play, but what a nice design to leak the running back out to the left and send him down the field. And a good job spotting him and hitting him for a big play.
Jones on 3rd and 2. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Sidney Brown with it, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. That's a step in the right direction defensively here because you're facing this sizable deficit. They're going to need more plays like that. A good sack, though. Good effort there.
And what you're hoping is, as you said, a step in the right direction. And
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Christian Fulton. And the Packers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Give them 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey, and he is out of bounds inside the 30. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively, and the key to any screen play is space to work, and there was none to be found there, and they tackle it for just a short gain.
Now 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun, Jones. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
Back to throw again. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Badgley's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful.
Well, they still have time to get them established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
2nd and 15. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. They juked him. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's one of the better plays we've seen this offense put together so far. They haven't been able to get on track much at all. But listen, they're only down a couple of scores with the rest of this quarter and the entire 4th remaining. So stranger things have happened.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
2nd and 10.
Here we go. 11, 11. 12.
Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
And the Bears in the nickel. No, wait, they're in the dime. 6 DBs out there on 3rd.
Could play an exotic coverage.
Looking to throw. Jones. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Javon Hargrave drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Carr now on 1st down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Packers pick it up. And they are going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has... Six sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
And he's got it. It's caught from Packers. Touchdown. T.J. Hockenson from 10 yards out. And the Packers are able to capitalize on the forced fumble by turning it into 6 points. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the 3rd quarter. And boy, the strength on display there as he rumbles through tacklers for a gain of about 8.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Again, it's Mixon. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Throwing on 1st down is Carr. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
On 1st down, Carr. Eluding the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they're in a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. Here's Carr to throw. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Running left, it's Mixon. Only a yard of the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good, and this will remain a 1-touchdown game.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through. And that one winds up no good.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer 1st down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. Sidney Brown in on the tackle.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
2nd and 9. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That one downfield for Dotson. Touchdown, Packers! Jahan Dotson, 43 yards. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that will tie things at 20 all. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. Velus Jones now from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 123 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Carr now on 1st down. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll take this one down to the 36. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Left side, got Jones. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Carr's throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done, down to the 15 from the 21.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Again, it's Mixon. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. Got to kick it, right? I mean, even the short yardage, you boot this thing, don't you?
Yeah, but I know how aggressive you are. I know what you want. You want to go for it, don't you? You're feeling it, aren't you?
Yeah, but treat it like a football game, not like Madden.
I like that. Fight the temptation. Kick the field goal, because if you go for it and don't get it, you put a lot on your defense in a short amount of time.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
They got a completion there. That's clearly an example of one side happy, the other side not very happy. Defense, very, hey, take 1 or 2 yards. We're good with that. Offense, you got to expect to get more on a passing play.
This is McCaffrey on the give. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Throwing, Jones. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. A handoff running left, Mixon. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Got to figure now after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. 9 yards that time on the keeper. Brings up 4th down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth-quarter lead. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They've got to go thank the guys on D.
McCaffrey running up the middle, and they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Jones. Open man, it's Palmer. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
From the 41, Jones. That one downfield for Dotson. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Packers. Jahan Dotson. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Packers use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. And they got it well across midfield down to the 30 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 35. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun to give to Mixon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the Packers 40.
Carr going to throw. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Well, this one's had a season's worth of thrills already, and it's still week 1. Here's 3rd down now. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Now Carr. And he's got Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney from 17 yards out. And the Bears answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed, and in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. So it's now a 30-point game here in the closing stages, as a field goal now can only tie it. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off.
Bearcats lead at the 25-yard line. The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
This is 1st and 10.
Here we go. 11.
To throw is Jones. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. I tell you, it has not been his best day throwing the football. He really needs to piece something together here.
All will be forgiven if he leads them into the end zone.
Jones. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Here's 2nd down. Now Jones. Flush to his right. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That one checks all the boxes, doesn't it? You get the first down, check. Get out of bounds, stop the clock, check.
Well, how about one last check? Keep your quarterback from getting hit. That's a big check.
Yeah, check there as well. Good call. Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10. Here's Jones. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Here's 2nd and a yard. Jones. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Palmer. He is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Absolutely ideal there. Get a good size play, get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there. That is taught and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
21.
Now Jones. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked up by Julian Blackman. And the Bears have just about sewn up this football game.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. It's zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect him. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. And just how they envisioned the start of the season, kneeling it down, defense can't stop the clock. This one's a winner.
You know what's really strange? I think a lot of people think that the kneel-down practice stuff really only happens like one time a week. The best teams I know, they practice starting back in OTAs. They want them to visualize winning a game and how great that feels, and they got it done in this one.
Yep, that knee gets them to 1-0. Well, this was not just the opener of a brand-new season, but this was a division game here in Week 1, and to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the